There are so many things to say, so let me welcome, first of all, our two guests. The first two guests, Andrea Briganti, the General Manager of Acimga and the Federation of Paper and Graphics, and Enrico Barboglio, the Secretary General of Argi. Welcome. And let me begin with Andrea Briganti, the so-called elephant in the room, which is the era, the time we're going through right now. We have to face it. Before this conference, the Print4All conference, we have talked with many shareholders, stakeholders. We have been discussing the lockdown and its repercussions. Why is it important to be here and to discuss what is happening as it is happening?
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for the huge success that we achieved with the enrollment to this event. We have over 1,200 participants, and a good number thereof are joining in from abroad. So going back to Matteo's question, well, Acimga, which is the Association of Italian Manufacturers of Machinery for the Graphic, Paper and Converting Industry, really wanted this event. We represent all types of printing techniques, so screen printing, gravure, and so on and so forth, for niche solutions as well as broader market solutions. So we strongly wanted, together with our partners, this event. Both, to common interest, actually, this event had been planned at another date, and we decided to redesign this event in this format. It's a streamed conference, so there is a limited physical component, and we have the possibility of discussing with the rest of the world, let me say, given the fact that thanks to web-based technologies, we have the possibility of being connected simultaneously across different time zones, and we wanted to reiterate the importance of this industry, so printing industry and the converting sector, because we strongly believe that it is high time for us to reconsider our expectations and also to give continuity to different types of models that have been implemented before the COVID-19 pandemic. We're going to talk about sustainability and Industry 4.0. These are the two tenets of our discussion today. And when we address the topic of sustainability, we are addressing the importance of protecting our environment as well as our people, and we will address the topic of economic and financial sustainability, because that's what we're after. So we want to talk about an enlarged concept of sustainability. We all know the paradigm of Industry 4.0. We've been working hard as an association and in terms of service provision. Well, Industry 4.0 is an enabling technology for circular economy, so we cannot address the topic of sustainability without Industry 4.0, and we cannot address the concept of Industry 4.0 without the direct consequences that we have to deploy in terms of business organization, efficiency, and effective sets of behaviors, considering a broader environmental setting and a broader stakeholder spectrum. Well, we are celebrating a very important edition of this conference, which is a community-based conference. We started out back in 2015 trying to collect insights from different stakeholders, amongst sponsors and amongst partners of this initiative. We have, by far and large, all the industry associations and also representatives from the circular economy framework. And this is essential because this is how we contribute to designing a new system besides a particular interest or market-oriented interests. We are here to spread the word, we are here to mainstream the importance of adopting a different paradigm. And this is a fruitful occasion to talk about mid to long-term goals. Bearing in mind that what we do will have an impact on manufacturing, on production rates, as well as on technology. And there is a positive paradox hidden in between the lines. And thinking about the concept of deus ex machina from Latin, we're not going to be talking about technological retail catalogs today, because this event was designed by technology builders, because technology has a cross-cutting element, if you will. So technology is really permeating this type of event. It is characterizing communication within the concept of circular economy, and it's a huge enabler. Very briefly, I'd like to specify that Acimga is part of the Grafica Federation, and we're going to hear from President Marchi in a few seconds. And it's a vertical type of a federation that encompasses the entire supply chain, and it was nurtured by a collaboration between all of us, and we're going to hear from Enrico Barboglio from Argi in a second. So we intend to create a collaborative communication platform and to include all stakeholders, and we believe this is essential, even more so now, because we really are called upon to rethink our way forward. The Print4All exhibition that lends this name to this conference, which started out in 2018 with a huge square footage and 35,000 fairgoers. So we really had a mind-boggling success. Will take place between May 3 and 6, 2022. And you'll see it on the screen here. So we'll be back in 2022. We're not going to be present in 2021 because the event was shifted to 2022 because we thought that this could be a redundant investment for our stakeholders. So thanks very much for joining in. Thanks very much for being here in person today. And we wish you fruitful proceeding. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So May 2022, this is the next meeting for us, and the next time we're going to meet. So please take note of that on your smartphone, which will help you to remember it. Enrico Barboglio was mentioned. He's the Secretary General of Argi. And we're going to talk about our objective, because we had to redesign everything in our relationships. What has been Argi doing?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to all the attendees. We believe that this is a very topical issue, because it implies the engagement of the entire supply chain. When we started out with the Print4All model, we thought about the cross-cutting nature of the printing industry, because printing encompasses cross-cutting technological solutions, and also the intention of pulling together different stakeholders. We believe that this is essential whenever we want to address all the elements that contribute to the supply chain. So in terms of technology, for example, offset printing, gravure, direct printing, and so on and so forth. And it also has an influence in terms of application. We're talking about solutions applied to packaging and labeling, but also we're talking about editorials, textile printing, web formats, etc. So this is the concept of Print4All. So printing in all its manifestations is an element of communication, of emotions, etc. So these are the staple ingredients that contribute to the success of this initiative. Speaking of emotions, well, we've been on a roller coaster in recent times, and these emotions led to different types of changes. And I'd like to mention three, because at Argi, we developed relationship building opportunities between our member companies and other associations as well. So these collaboration really led to three concepts. Number one, digital transformation. Digital transformation is a key word. We could actually put in place different and new solutions because we had the technological know-how. We couldn't have done that in the absence of this huge technological know-how. I think that the new element to that is the positioning of a digital transformation-related device within the manufacturing sector and also in terms of relationship building among people. The second keyword is smart. This is a buzzword, and we've been talking about smart manufacturing concepts, smart printing concepts, etc. Within the different subsectors of the printing and paper industry, we realized that some of them were really literally bogged down. So those who used to work for this industry really suffered the effects of the pandemic. However, they turned themselves into smart printing actors, so much so that printers themselves took up a new mindset. Let's think about face masks, for example. Let's think about signage used for social distancing. And all these elements will help us go back to normalcy, between inverted commas, or closeness. The last buzzword is the demand for new normal. So what will this concept be like? I think that the word normalcy, or the adjective normal, according to Wikipedia, indicates a behavior or a stance that is consistent with a set of behaviors adopted by other people. So I think we've got to work on behaviors. New behaviors will delineate new activities. And I think that this platform, Print4All, is key to providing good practices about this new set of behaviors. And what are these good practices like? Well, the topic of digital transformation will be addressed today, Industry 4.0, the topic of sustainability. COVID-19 was helpful in a way because it really played down cliché-like slogans, paper-free, plastic-free, and you name it. We went back to the basics and we rediscovered the importance of closeness. Social distances taught us once again that we are tribal. And so a platform like a conference-based platform such as the one of the exhibition fairs are essential. When we started out with Andrea, we really started brainstorming about the very roots of Print4All as an event. So, and let's bear in mind, May 3 to 6, 2022, this is going to be a physical comeback, if you will. We can't separate the phygital, so physical and digital world from the digital one. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. We'll see again later. We'll talk to each other later. So thank you to Andrea Briganti and Enrico Barboglio.